From the mud to the rise, yeah, we built it on the grind. Trench talk, real talk, leave the fake ones behind. We don't fold, we don't break, every move we define. It's the code from the trenches where the real ones align.
So boom, a few days ago, DJ Academic's Twitter page leaked what was supposedly Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime set list. Now, as soon as this hit the net, folks was like, nah, no way this real. Cause let's be real, some of them song titles look like they was made in a random rap name generator. But here come Joe Budden, the washed up rap analyst, standing on his soapbox like he always do. Soon as he saw the list had a lot of TDE joints, he wasted no time clowning it. He was all, ain't no way, this is the dumbest thing I ever seen. Y'all are idiots for believing this. Now, let's pause real quick. Joe Budden calling somebody else an idiot? Man, this is the same dude who fumbled Slaughterhouse, got clowned off Love and Hip Hop, and let Migos punk him at an interview. But we the idiots? Boy, if you don't sit down somewhere. So anyway, Joe was talking real spicy, dismissing the set list like he a damn halftime show coordinator. My boy really thought he was Jay-Z for a second. I have the real list right here. Bro, stop the cap. The only list you got is the one Spotify sends you every year reminding you that nobody's streaming your music. But here's where it gets funny. Fast forward a couple days and what happens? The list was real. Kendrick's actual Super Bowl set list was basically what leaked, which means his Joe Budden was in his podcast studio getting loud and wrong for free. Imagine waking up every morning to be unemployed and incorrect at the same time. That's Joe Budden's life in a nutshell. Like, man put all that passion into clowning the list just to find out he was the joke the whole time. And the crazy part, he ain't even gonna apologize. Joe gonna act like he never said nothing. Watch him next episode be like, yeah, your monks, well, I knew it was real the whole time. I was just testing y'all. If gaslighting was a profession, Joe Budden would be a Hall of Famer. Joe was on his podcast talking real confident like he had the inside scoop. My man was yelling at his co-host talking about that. Let me tell y'all something. This is the worst Super Bowl lineup ever, bro. Ever. Worse than that one year they let Maroon 5 up there. Worse than the Weeknd's Maze performance that had us all thinking we was in a fun house. Relax, Joe. But here's where Joe really set himself up for failure. He was out here claiming somebody was trying to sabotage Kendrick. Oh, they trying to make him look stupid on Super Bowl weekend. Sir, Kendrick don't need no help making you look stupid because you're doing a flawless job yourself. Joe was convinced this was a prank, an April Fool's joke, like Kendrick was finna come out dressed as Jigsaw. My man thought he cracked the case like he in the rap FBI. Man, when I tell you Joe Budden was sitting there looking like he just lost a parlay by one leg. Bro, I had that I done talk too much face, like when you roast somebody at lunch and they stand up ready to swing. All that yelling, all that y'all are idiots energy that just to be the biggest idiot in the room. And then DJ Academics popped out like, surprise motherfuckers. Turns out he leaked the set list and he really thought Kendrick was going to change it because of the backlash. Nah, bro, Kendrick saw that leak and said, I bet now I'm really playing this. You know it's bad when Academics is more reliable than you. Joe Budden gotta retire from having opinions at this point, but the wildest part, Ox said he got the info from a fan who worked inside the stadium. Bro, if you got security clearance to the biggest game of the year, why you leaking halftime set lists like you work for TMZ? Somebody risked their job just to prove Joe Budden wrong. Now that's dedication. And you already know Joe Budden gonna be extra quiet next episode. My boy gonna come in all humble like that. You know, guys, the real conversation here is about artistry and expression. Nah, Joe, keep that same energy. Tell us how stupid you feel. My boy went from this will never happen to, well, it's about the impact, not the songs. My boy gotta make a business decision on this next podcast because right now, the whole internet got him looking like a goofy. Now, Joe got two options, and let's be real, neither one is gonna save him from these memes. Option 1, be a grown man and admit he was wrong. Joe could hop on the pod, clear his throat, and hit us with that classic, listen. Like, on paper, it looked trash, I ain't gonna lie, but after watching Kendrick perform, I gotta admit he bodied it. You know, try to finesse his way out of looking stupid like he didn't spend a whole episode calling people idiots for believing in the list. Option 2, Joe Budden, classic, double down on the dumbness. And knowing Joe, he finna lean all the way in like a drunk uncle telling war stories. You already know he gonna hit him with that. Nah, I meant what I said. That set list was 2 packs of ass. The performance was aight, but them songs, straight garbage. And bruh, if he does double down, it's over for him. Ain't no coming back from being loud and wrong at the same time. Joe gon' be out here yelling like he on trial. The song's still trash. I stand on that. Meanwhile, the entire internet watching him like, sir, please, we got the footage. Just take the L and go home. But let me tell you how I see this playing out. Joe Budden finna hop on the next episode looking like he just got caught cheating. That fake deep sigh, rubbing his bald head, looking down at the mic like it got to the answers. Then he gon' hit us with a look, man. Hey, y'all be twisting my words. I ain't never say Kendrick was trash. I was just saying on paper the list looks suspect. Boy, if you don't stop the cap, you was out here calling folks stupid, making it sound like Kendrick was about to do a Kids Bop halftime show, and now you trying to pivot? Nah, stand on that. And what's even funnier, the way Kendrick finessed this whole situation. Bro saw the Setlist leak, saw Joe Budden and everybody else roasting it, and still said, I ain't changing a damn thing. Like he was sitting in rehearsals looking at the backlash like, oh, y'all mad? Good, run it back from the top. And when he actually performed, crickets. Nobody had nothing to say because he cooked. Meanwhile, Joe somewhere in the corner, like, yeah, but it still wasn't his best set list though. At this point, Joe Budden gotta accept his role in the culture. He is the L dispenser, but sometimes he gotta take one too. This might be the biggest L since he got chased by those kids outside his house. You remember that? My boy was sprinting in flip-flops like he was running from a repo man. And now let's get straight to the certified L Drake just took at the Super Bowl. Cause boy, I know he's somewhere in Toronto right now with his feet kicked up, scrolling through IG, blasting Marvin's Room, and texting J. Cole like, bro, they really did me like this? First off, God bless Kendrick Lamar. He really had folks out here talking about love, respect, and forgiveness. But you think Drake in any mood for all that? Man just watched his whole career get eulogized at the biggest stage in America, and he's supposed to be at peace? Nah, Drake in the crib hugging his Birkin collection like they the only ones that never switched on him. Then Boosie jumping talking about, I ain't picking no sides, I'm a Scorpio, I don't take betrayal well. Bro, we get it, your Zodiac app got you in a chokehold. But let's be real, you just trying to keep that OVO feature option open. Like, Boosie gonna be on the phone with Drake like, ah man, I ain't saying you lost, I just said Kendrick went crazy. Then he goes, just imagine how Drake feel after boosting so many careers and nobody saying nothing positive about him. Ain't this the same man that went ghost when Meek was getting flamed? Drake done activated a whole feature stimulus package over the years and now nobody's sliding for him. Not a single free Drake hashtag, not a single diss from Party Next Door, not even a ghost written bar from Quentin Miller. And then we got Charleston White talking about Serena was on stage crip walking at the Super Bowl, knowing the Crips got her sister. I ain't even gonna lie, that's wild, but you know Drake had to be sick watching her pop out for Kendrick after he wrote a whole Dear Diary love letter about her in middle of the ocean. Bro gave her poetry, she gave him courtside seats. Meanwhile, Charlemagne and DJ Envy arguing over whether Kendrick should have performed Not Like Us. Bruh, of course he had to do it. Kendrick been holding that Skip Bayless level grudge for months. He was not about to let this moment slide. Plus, y'all really think Apple and Jay-Z let him touch that stage without doing the biggest song of the year? It's not even a diss record no more. It's a black national anthem at this point. Then we got Azealia Banks out here calling Drake her hero because he's suing UMG. The same Azealia Banks who would diss a man at 3 p.m. and call him her soulmate by 4:30. She really said Drake is harder than every rapper in history for that lawsuit. Meanwhile, Kendrick is out here hardening RICO cases against OVO. And finally, the whole why wasn't Lil Wayne performing convo. Listen, I love Wayne too, but y'all really think the Super Bowl is about to let Wheezy F Baby come out and perform Pussy Monster for the halftime show? Plus, y'all know Jay-Z picking these artists. And if Wayne ever want to get that Super Bowl moment, he got to stop saying FKJZ on wax every 5 years, like he forgets Jay got a no features needed clause in his contract. So, what we learned, Kendrick just did Drake filthier than Adonis's bedtime story. Bro sat there, made Toronto the new Memphis, and turned the biggest stage in the world into an OVO crime scene. Drake somewhere in a Montclair bubble coat trying to find inner peace, but that boy got a heavy heart. Y'all let me know, is this the biggest rap loss of the decade, or is there still hope for Aubrey 6 God, Graham?